Hello everyone, this is Ricardo from Military History Macau. I am here again in Ilha Verde. I'm on the Ilha Verde hill in Macau in the northern part of Macau, and I want to show some of the military features and some of the military heritage that can still be seen here on top of the hill. Some of them may be hidden amongst the foliage, the original tracks. Some of them that people nowadays use to travel around the Ilha Verde are not the original, the paths created by the military, by the Portuguese military here in Macau. But in certain places we can still see them. In certain places we can still access them. Will be a pleasure to show them to you. On this part of the hill we have a very good view of the landscape around. So here in the Ilha Verde, this is a rather small hill located in the northwest of Macau. Most of this area around the hill, for example, where you can see the palm trees over there, it is already China. So there's a canal that goes further here, which is the border between, you could say border, but it's just the separation line between the Macau Special Administrative Region and the district of Zhuhai. You know, here or over there, it's People's Republic of China, but the separation line between Macau and Zhuhai is that line over there. So that is, you could say, China. This side is Macau. For a long time, this position was very advantageous for the Portuguese. They would be able to control around in a 360 degrees around the surrounding landscape. The surrounding landscape used to be landfills, very flat terrain. Over the 20th century, this is already from the 21st century, so this would not have been here 70 years or 50 years ago, when most of the military were here back then. As it can be seen here, this is one of the original trenches. This would be the main access trench. There's a ditch that goes all the way and goes further up the hill. This would be previously was one of the main access from the headquarters, which is in that direction down the hill. So the local barracks where the soldiers would be further down the hill, and going further up would be access either to the right, and would be some bifurcations, some crossroads, in this case cross trenches. They would give access to pillboxes, and if continuing further up, it would give access to a mortar position, an emplacement for mortars. And if a little bit going further up the hill, then it would be the command post. We are now on the top of the hill. You can see here the geodesic marker, and the signals the highest point. This is an ammunition depot. It is on the other side of the ammunition of the magazine. There's a big rocky outcrop that shields this magazine from being seen from the Chinese side. So the Chinese side is more or less in this. It used to be, at least with what the Portuguese would be trying to hide. And if we go further into this side of the hill, we can see a hidden command post. But we need to get there first. So let's go. It's not easy. It's not the easiest trekking, but it can be done. So here we can see the command post. So where we were just now is on the other side of these trees, where the pillbox is. And we can see here the command post and transmission center used for... Oh, that was a beautiful bird just now. And as we can see, this is the Faichike area on the on the southern part of the hill. As you can see, Faichike, Lamao is always this area right here. Then the area of the border gate is further in that direction. And here we have the command post and transmission center. Shielded on this side of the hill, then it's shielded from whatever is on that side, because the southern area, so the southern part of the island was protected from sight, from the Chinese side. So moving from the magazine, located on top of the Ilha Verde hill, we can access a mortar emplacement. It was for a medium mortar. The Portuguese had 81 millimeter mortars, and in Ilha Verde there was a lot of mortars placed here on the top of the hill. Some of them were dug in through earthworks, but some of them, like these, received a little bit more attention, and they actually built an emplacement. Like, maybe I can access through the side. As you can see, this is a rather simple construction, but it is meant to be protecting a mortar team. So you can have a little bit of an entrance over here, where you can get inside. Of course, it did not have trees back then. It would have the stuff for the mortar fire team to be here in case it was needed. All records suggest that in 1952 these positions did engage in 1952 in the incidents of July 1952. And the records show that the mortar teams that were placed in Ilha Verde did engage and did fire on the Chinese side on that particular occasion. We are now further up the trench on that side. So over there we were just a little bit 20 meters that way just now, and then we can see here something very secretive. As you can see this wall that starts over there and continues until our destination. And we can see that, lo and behold, there is a pillbox. You can see this is how the pillbox looks from the outside. And this is how it looks from the inside. It has two positions. Back then the garrison used to have, until 1955, Vickers heavy machine guns. From late 1955 onwards, they started using the captured Maxim heavy machine guns, Chinese made, the Type 24 Chinese made Maxims that were apprehended back in 1949 from the nationalist, the Kuomintang troops that gave themselves in Macau, so when they were escaping from the communist troops in October 1949. Most of the pillboxes, Ilha Verde used to have 8. Today there are only 6 remaining. That means that 2 have been demolished. Most of the pillboxes have the certain logic, the same design, you could say the same features. They always have, of course, it's a pillbox, it has its opening for the machine guns. In this case, it does not have any supports. Other pillboxes do have supports under the openings for the machine guns. In this case, all of them also have a shelf, so you can put your your ammunition in a dry place, and you could put also the belts, of the machine guns that were being used were belt-fed Vickers heavy machine guns or the Chinese Maxim. Today, this is the view we can have today. We cannot see very much to the outside from the. This is the Pillbox VA39, and also the pillboxes in Macau. The most important, you could say the more exposed, and the most important part of the pillboxes have 55 centimeters of thickness of reinforced concrete. So from that point until here, the pillbox is 55 centimeters, actually 56 centimeters thick, thickness, as you can see. Pillbox VA, let me focus. Pillbox VA39. This pillbox is also accompanied by certain alterations to the surroundings, as we can see. In this case, they built a wall that would hide the men going inside, or the soldiers that would be coming inside to the pillbox. As you can see, going a little bit further, this pillbox has been built between this massive outcrop that we can see here on the right, and then this wall that they made in order to secure the entrance for the soldiers. And back where we were. Here we can see what I would consider one of the best preserved trenches that can be found here in the Ilha Verde. Standing on the middle of the trench, you can clearly see the path going up with the earthworks on both sides of the trench. This would be the main access from the barracks that are more or less located, so the path would then go here and turn right just a little bit over here in the trench, so the trench would continue this way and over there. Because of that building that we can see in the background, that we can definitely see, and then I will show you, there used to be here a observation post at the end, and then it would turn right. But the observation post and much of the constructions that were built on this side of the hill have been demolished. The path will then continue over there, and as you can see, the earthworks still on this side. The trench would continues over here, but much of it has been demolished, because as we can see, there is this social housing construction that they built here in 2006. And so it has, during those works, they demolished the observation post that was here. But this is one of the stretches that is of trenches in Ilha Verde that is still very well preserved up until this point. This is Ricardo again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in another time. Bye bye.